Hello everyone and welcome to Rivalries. This is the official first episode. And if you did check the previous episode, that was the intro. My name is Oluwafumlola Oshoko and I've got with me...
Mamba, I'm for yourself.
Pick yourself.
You know how it is now.
Pick yourself.
You know what happen? I don't know one thing too much, man. Sometimes when something just will push me, make I help myself. But Mamba,
You see how this is your bad guy. That is one of the top priorities. And then, hey, that one.
you could have calm down now. Chill.
Okay.
It's baby, calm down. Oh yeah. All right. So my name is Ola Oluwasomi, and yeah, once again, you're welcome to the Revive podcast. You know how this? You know how we do it?
All right, I can
You like that?
I'm going to here for you and we're going to watch something very, very hopeful. I'd advise you to sit back, relax, and enjoy. All right, so we are back. Now, in recent times, agencies, when you're looking for creatives, they always put out the whole sign saying you're looking for young, vibrant,
I'm dapping the pain from now.
young and vibrant people. Are you trying to tell us that even the seniors that don't have the job, they should not apply?
Yeah, no.
That's one of the mistakes they make here.
No, but what is the truth? See, if you check every society, you'd realize that the enthusiasm of every society is determined by people within the range of 15 to about 30 years thereabout. Because at that moment, your mind is still very enthusiastic about trying things out and all that. So when you get to maybe like your late 30s, ending 30s, when life don't get done on you don't realize in Nigeria you did. See in Nigeria they're born you.
You don't guys from school, no fucking
Like everything when they hit you, basketballs, they go through traffic for Lagos, they reach out. By the time you do that for 10 years, maybe you graduate at the age of early 20s, and then you do that stress for like 8-9 years, and then you get to your 30s. There's this vibe that is dead inside of
that tells you what.
the vibe is not there. The vibe used to be there. Maybe it used to be the type that goes to party.
All events. You're my ticket.
You were the type that you heard about one band like this, and then your boy, blood is
Anytime
boiling.
you hear about turn up,
You know the
turn up the room like you're the owner of the party.
you get.
That's
And then you save every money for one people. By the time you get it, 30, and then it dawn on you that you are in Nigeria, and you
oh no.
you will.
Like when your mom is telling you, Bukola. When now I give me Kenny. So there was no party. All of those things set in and confirm.
I mean, you just go out and then your mom will cook your dinner, and you went out something, and then you came back and then your mom is telling you, mommy, where's my food there? Oh, I went to school.
What? That's when reality starts setting.
Yeah,
And it hurts a lot.
that's when you listen to that song, like this song. Adults will not come, because at that moment you realize that it's very stressful being an adult.
I think Ladi was just referring to everything that's happened to her life. No, she poured it out
She sang the song for everybody who is an adult.
of energy in that song.
Let me ask you one question. When you were a teenager and now that you're grown, which is more stressful?
Grown new.
So when you were a teenager, you'd realize that you were wishing, look, I grew up so that I'll be able to go out the way I want, so that nobody will question you. You'll probably be able to wear skin, you're probably able to wear whatever you like and nobody will question you. You'll be able to.
Don't talk about what you like to wear. That one is what thing I don't want. Gives it up the record. Because the thing is, there's some things that I still wish I could cure.
Yeah.
I'm not a party person, but I don't make a lot of female friends. So all of my male friends that we usually hang out, I've been off work for weeks and I miss the hangout.
See?
Yeah, see, I miss the hangout.
See?
Because
That's what I'm saying. Exactly. See, but while you were young, you think your elder brothers and elder sisters or your uncles and aunties that they were having like the best of their life.
I tell you.
But then you would not see what they were. So that was Ladi. That was what Ladi was having to talk about, like adulthood. And she was speaking for a lot of people, like almost all of us. So imagine now that you are a creative, you've gone through the process of what Nigeria would throw at you, and then by the time you're now like you finish school, and then you're 23, you're 23 or 24, and then you finish school. But then you now realize that the course you studied in school, there's no market for it.
There's no work or space.
Exactly. So at that age, you then took your old age to go and probably learn UI, UX somewhere to do how to do graphics and all that.
Now trend though.
Now,
I'm not talking about the trend, but about tech. This is telling me everybody I'm a tech girl,
Yeah.
a guy,
because
UI, UX, and I'm like, okay.
you know the funny part is, then maybe by the time you're now perfect at that stuff, you're like in your 30s. Then somebody is saying they want a young creative.
At the age of 26.
Like they want within the age range of 23, 24.
And you're 32.
At that moment, you already have a child.
Are you going to release the years that will go back? It's crazy out there.
They want us to be using football here. We go use
I don't believe in that. I don't believe in that shit. I swear. I don't believe in it.
the football.
But I don't believe I should do it. Like, I don't believe in it. I think your age should just be your age. You shouldn't lie about your age. I don't know.
When circumstances happen to you, you
Uh,
backtrack.
I'm yet to get to that point in life where I need to either.
That's what
I don't know.
like a lot of these guys. Like I know a lot of footballers who are trying so hard to be seen. But when you're in places like this where there are no platforms to be able to show your creativity and how good you are, by the time that opportunity is presented to you, the only thing preventing you is your age. A lot of them will have to backtrack that.
And you know, when it comes to football and all of this academic work, it's crazy out there because some people have been doing a lot of this while growing up. Now, one of the most expensive game, or for me, one of the most expensive game I've come across is badminton. That game is very expensive, and it's not like everybody can just say, I play badminton. It takes a lot of energy. It takes a lot. You want to buy the badminton.
Everybody where they born for Nigeria, we won't play badminton. Something is wrong with us.
Don't say that.
Now this is not me. Now,
Don't
see,
say that.
you know that we don't already apologize. This is not me now coming at you. But I'm thinking like, the school I went to, don't get me wrong, my primary school was one of the best primary school, but it was in Ekiti State, so you could laugh at me, but whatever. But it was one of the best secondary schools, one of the primary schools, and then the secondary school I went to was one of the best. Like coming up, growing up.
Nobody says that school is not the best.
No, I'm just telling you, but these games are not there. We had a squash racket
They were
there.
not there.
I swear that I've never seen a so clear squash.
Before I started, I said, they have the most expensive game.
That's what I'm saying. That's something like it's so, like you said, it's so expensive that most schools don't even have these sports.
They don't even have the court. The court is expensive on its own. And the rackets.
Yeah.
And the ball. And there's a particular kind of snake.
So excuse my language when I said maybe something wrong you went about, but I was just trying to emphasize how so the game that is as easy as football is so easy, but then people stress to even get seen.
People get duped while trying to live the country.
You get me? How then you subscribe? Now, if that's what you want to do now, shout out to you. Trust me. Send me a DM. Maybe to just make up with what I said earlier. I would brand you. Excuse me. I'll brand you for free now. But you guys showed me say you be from Nigeria, and then like
I don't know the badminton game.
Are we saying something different?
The badminton game. If you want people who play, I have a lot of people.
No, I don't want your people. I want those that are offended by my statement.
All right, that's fine. You feel offended. I like it. There's some things that a lot of people want to do, but because of situation and circumstances that they find themselves, gets them to be really angry. Now, still going back to what we started with. The senior creators are scared of young creators. You want to know why? Because these young creators are not sleeping right now.
That's
For a lot of people trying to learn something new, regardless of how much pain they go through.
It's the enthusiasm that I speak about.
Energy and being focused is top notch.
And another reason why I believe, why I believe a lot of senior creatives are scared of the young creatives, especially for those. Now, so I'll speak about the music industry.
Okay.
It's the same market. The same fans that is listening to Davido is listening to CK.
Everybody is my own fan. I don't have a favorite.
Do you get me? So a lot of the time you hear, oh, Whiskey FC and all that, but then you see them also at Davido's concert. It's the same fun. So a lot of the time, most senior creative realize that when somebody is coming into the industry, somebody is being forgotten. That's why they would not give you their space. They would not give you their platform to share. A lot of people, and I would not lie to you. So here's how you would know. So if GTB is endorsing somebody, it's because somebody who they endorsed before is being let go. To get me? And that's where the bulk of the money comes from. So a senior creative is asking, this guy good though, and he sings my kind of song. Or maybe he sounds like him. This guy looks like a cheaper substitute. So because it's just coming out, a company can decide to say, oh, we're paying you 10 million, but he's a young creative. He still doesn't have that, but then he has like the prospect. So they can offer him maybe 2 million or 3 million. The guy would accept because he's not seen big money before. Now, the senior creative will be let. And this guy has a trending song, which in the space of 1, 2, 3 months will make you forget this other senior creative. I'm just scared, but this way would they come? This guy is hot. And we do almost the same genre. He's a rapper, I'm a rapper. So they are scared. I feel like it's because of the market itself also.
Well, in recent times, I feel that some of those OGs in the game, right? I mean, the word OGs. I don't know if it's senior or junior. OGs in the game. Some of them are now embracing emerging artists. You want to know why? It's because they feel that, okay, you're trending, let's just go along. Shout out to Tiwa Savage, I must say. Tiwa Savage is somebody who has songs with emerging artists. Even if, like, they say, all I would say, Spyro results, imagine, he was here before, he left and he came back. All to the glory of the creator of the universe, like I always say. But Tiwa Savage would always embrace emerging artists.
Yeah, shout out to Tiwa Savage for that.
But I also shout out to Yemi Alade. She does that.
Yeah. I mean, I've seen them do that a couple of times. Right?
Okay. But there is no but. It's just as an emerging artist, even if you are young, Jare, if you get an opportunity to be the
so this is not me. Anna, this is not me talking down on the effort or the effort that Tiwa Savage puts to help people. But this is me saying that most of these times that these senior creatives that you talk about help people, it's for their strategy. They only support people who are trending songs.
Strategy or no strategy?
That's what we're saying. So is that help? That's like you helping yourself.
Like somebody's trying to put you out under his or her brand. A brand that's been existing 4 years.
But in a song that is trending at the moment.
It's trending now. As the odds, let me feature you. You can't be no odds. Exactly.
So I'm not saying we're not putting in the effort.
But this emerging artists, what platforms can they get on to get that limelight like they do when they already have?
When some of these songs that we're talking about, some of these guys even have to pay. Like either they would do like a split from the royalty or they would pay.
Let's not it was compatibles. Let's leave the table.
No. See, when we get the thing, so I'm going to check the floor. I feel like by the time he's going to check the floor, all of them
something last he said, and then after that table, let's break it. How much my arrange?
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Like that's like what we're saying. We're talking about why some of these senior creatives are scared of the young creatives.
Okay.
It's because I feel like this shine, they're taking the shine away from them. They're taking the spotlight away. Yeah. A lot of the time, that's why they do this feature. So if you see an artist, a young creative is coming out who looks good. That's why people like shout out to Banky W. Banky W paused his career for years trying to promote his EME boys, Whiskey, Scales and the likes of them. Such that by the time Whiskey left, he had nothing to fall back to.
He had nothing.
Exactly. And we've seen people who signed young quickly. Somebody signed W4. W4 was with the person, and then he didn't blow up. So that's why I respect someone like Banky W because...
Don't forget, at those times, the streaming numbers were not counting at that time.
It wasn't about the streaming numbers.
Do you know, having your songs played in East Africa and the likes was not like...
That's what I'm saying. So do you understand what Banky did to have been able to take the initiative to market this young mind onto people naming, around the whole of Nigeria, around the whole of Africa. Yes, the talent was there, but you have to commend somebody because that's what you call sacrifice. Somebody is putting in. Like in my heart, maybe is getting gains from maybe Wizkid's show money and all that, but for you to be able to not talk about yourself, knowing that, oh, this is what I've always wanted all my life, this is what I'm giving to this.
I know, like, it was like an investor who was always wanted to be behind.
Exactly. He wanted to be an artist himself.
The main artist from the time of
Exactly.
And
so we knew people who would rather take the boys' songs and say, oh, you come and be writing songs for me. And not promote the guy. We've seen people like this before.
A lot of them are out there and they do this thing.
They would cajole an artist, a young creative, they will turn you to a writer. You'll not be writing for them.
Oh my God, that's always nice. And I will wear it down. They'll give you all of those lumber.
Yes, now.
And they try to even use your number.
Sometimes, so I heard about a certain person. There are situations where I won't call name because but then what I heard I wasn't there. It was hearsay. But the ones where I know, I go call names. Fine. Where are you? I go give you address. We will meet. You won't date me. I go give you address. We will meet. I don't even kukuma. Now she don't want head. Now I don't want to talk. But I'm not just trying to stress it. What I'm saying is this: for things I'm not sure of, I will not call them. I heard of a certain artist who it will tell you he wants to sign you. I will not even sign you, but it will tell you he wants to sign you. So when he wants to record a song, he would bring you around him, bring them in like 4 or 5 different creatives. Now they will play the song. These guys normally creatives. When they hear songs, when they hear beats, they will start the vibe. Now we start to steal their vibe. Steal the vibes and then make it into a song for himself.
Okay, now
and then put it some
story. I know somebody who did that some time ago, I think 5 years ago. And what he did was, it was somewhere in Festive Town. And what he did was, there's a studio. Shout out to Face, Face, and Face talking about to do records then. I was pretty young, but I knew like the clothes was just behind me then. So the thing is, that record studio, they come together, they bring emerging artists. When you go to there's a kind of place they call Zanga.
Yeah.
Where the guys meet and vibe and all of it. So you see those people, they come together, you just see them making sounds. Some people making sounds with their mouth, some with their hand, like a tap. Some just carry one mangolo or something in a bottle, make sounds, and the whole beat just comes together and people can vibe it. Not knowing that Baba was using his phone to record.
Yeah, no. That's what
record. Then you now go and marry Shen. And I wonder why. Wow, you can bring the people together.
You can even do that. If you are going to
reference, it's still
no. You can if you're going to reference the person you took the idea from. I'll say, oh bro, no worry. That's your vibe when you do that day. I like her when I want for this song. No worry, I will sort you. Even if not, like just number one, respect their creative process, the little idea that they had, and then compensate them no matter how small.
By the time you come to them and tell them, that thing you did earlier was the best, and I'd like to have it on my. And at the end of the day, the was like, okay, fine, let's go do it. And he or she might even do it better.
Exactly.
Give credit.
Exactly.
More people. But, credit like where? Credit vow.
No credit to the consumer. And that's why sometimes being a young creative is very tasking.
Yes.
Because I feel like imagine a young boy who's just trying to make a living
for himself.
And then you go to a studio, you met somebody, he said he wants to sign you. Now you're happy. Or you've been praying for maybe happy. Maybe like 2 weeks before that time.
I've won a PS2 on that. Every time's announcement, then everybody just hear that, I'm a sign me.
Now imagine that, maybe like 2 weeks before that time, you had prayed to God, you fasted, and God helped me, and then God came through. And then somebody said was going to sign you, but the person had ulterior motives. The person is keeping you in this label, not promoting you.
Not doing anything. One of the lies they tell them is, I want to sign you, forget. I have all the money. I want to do it in a way that I want to get my lawyers, I want to get everything. You too, you can get a lawyer. Do you have a lawyer? If you don't have it, I can give you one. I'm here. You say like what?
Some people are even wicked.
Yeah, you feel like I just
they'll give you a contract that pleases you. But then there is no clause in that contract that says if I don't work on your project for the next 6 months, you can't go. So they will keep you with them for the next 6, 7, 8 years. But they don't have plans.
They will claim ownership.
And do you understand that in those 6 years, you are not allowed to do anything outside their approval?
You don't even, do you know how hard it is? They tell you that you can't even go for events. Now, not like you're going for that to perform. Probably just want to go for an event, just clear head, you know you can't go.
Yeah.
And they'll buy you car, buy you house. They will say,
If they buy you house, see, this is what I tell people, young creatives, they hear you, if they buy you house, buy you car, they're giving you a level in life. They moved you from one level.
Can you be specific? Buy you a house in your name or in that?
No, I'm not saying you own the house. What I'm saying is, so this is what happens to life, to everybody in life. And this is the truth. We are moving from one level to another level. First of what you need is your actual value. That's what they call, there are two types of value, the actual value and the perceived value. What you need is your actual value first. The actual value is what you trade and then you make money. When you make that money, then you use it to buy perceived value, more like the clothes you wear, the shoes, the cars and all that. If somebody has given you a perceived value, what you need to do is move yourself to places where they can value you and make friends. More like, if you have a house, a duplex, maybe in Lekki, you have a car to yourself. Go to places where you are going to mingle with people, because just by being there, there's a way you create a perception in their mind and then you start making friends. Before you know it, you start seeing opportunities. So you can't then be seated at home thinking nothing is working. When you have something that you could use.
Yes. Another thing is, whatever hood you live in, whatever place you live in, please make friends with your friends. Because you see that your hood, and them go blow you. Your hood is where your fans are.
Yeah.
Your hood where you live. It might not be like where they born you. But somewhere that in the family with the Sabo, Yaba, Mushi, Oshodi, Agidi, Yanopaja, Bullet, Wow, anywhere. But I agree. Kotonu Sef. Yes. Kotonu. Right?
Yeah, no.
So wherever you are, your immediate environment, that's where your fans are. You need to come out of that. I'm a big brother, I'm a celebrity, I'll be artist, I'll be right now, I'll be sing now. You don't need that. You need to come out and sell yourself. Sell yourself to your guys. Sell yourself to your OGs. Sell yourself. If you're in university, trust me, you need to learn how to know all the social directors in every department. I'm not talking about faculties. Every department. And also the student union, get to see the social director. Any show in the school, make sure you perform. And if your faculty people don't know your song, how you want to get the vibe read?
You know, a lot of them don't even know the value, what it means when you've been able to discover yourself while you are still in school.
Yes.
You have a community,
A large one.
that is willing. They are enthusiastic. They are willing to do everything for you. Because you see the way students, wouldn't they praise themselves? If you find somebody, so when I was in school, I wasn't quote unquote like a guy who performs. Well, I do this often. I have ideas of songs, I write them down. The next day, I would go to class and then call some of my mates and tell them, oh yeah, I just wrote these new songs, and then I will vibe the song. Now, don't get me wrong, I don't record the songs. I just vibe, like normal vibe. And then it got to a point that the whole department, the whole faculty, and department they were calling me superstars.
You're selling yourself, right? But I didn't know you.
It just means that, do you understand that when I was going to be signed, it was somebody from that experience that went to tell somebody that, oh, you don't want the guy is bad. God. Now, I asked myself, where are this guy, what sign you up? Like,
I never ready now.
I didn't because I was never in the choir. I don't play any instrument.
Oh.
So it wasn't like I knew music. But I have ideas of songs.
I was never in the choir. Because most times when I get to interview artists,
When they were
church knew.
Yeah.
Always from the church. And even before the interview starts, I go and I'm like, are you from the church? Because not really. Hey, I like that vibe.
Well, I feel like most of the people you see who are singers, they get encouragement from church. And I understand that. I respect that a lot.
Because they get close to instruments.
Exactly. You get to go, you are mandated to go for choir practice and all that. But then, that's something, I didn't have that privilege. So, the only thing I remember doing was, I picked up R. Kelly's Chocolate Factory, the album, and listened to the album back to back, and then ideas of songs were coming.
I mean, you're a fan of Jesse Jags?
Me, my baba. No. But I listen to songs. I'm not his fan.
Okay. I take that one.
Jesse Jags.
I'm a fan.
No hard feeling.
Always a fan and would always be a fan. Now, shout out to my main guy, backlash from that. Like I always tell people, it doesn't matter who you are. Be prepared for that big stage all the time as an emerging artist. Don't be scared of whatever is coming. If you get to see, like me now, I could be shouting when I'm listening to a song. Hey, the song I listened to recently was Camido. When I discovered Camido, I was shouting like Camido. The day I saw Camido, I was like, hello.
Yeah.
My colleague was like, what deal? But I will not say only Camido or anything. I'm like, yes, because I'm a fan, but I'm not a noise. I'm not noise making fact. No. So it's just that
we're composed.
Okay.
It's like you going to the opera.
I'm a composed. So that's just it. So like Balash would have had no church experience because you're like church. Like it's like the story we heard of people, like my friend I was discussing with, she would say that I don't know saying they go church because if you cross over and are prepared, if you go the other side and go, so you know they go church. But the mom was a church person. So I don't understand. All he did was while in the university from 100 level, he made his name known. He made the name Shmuda known. Everybody called him that. So the real name itself, look, now when they call attendance, now in the real name they come out. So it's just like him selling himself at the faculty.
Do you now understand that the moment he's able to do that at that level, by the time his course mates and others will graduate, and then they start to see a trace of him on the bigger screen, they start to market it. Oh, he's my friend, he's my student. But
even before that, the whole thing was, there was this event in school that, who is it called? It was an event organized by one show promoter, very popular show promoter, and they had people come and dance and people come and sing. Immediately he entered, what did I designer cloth? Because the mom lives at the school quarters. So it's not like it's coming from one place that is very, very far. They live inside the school, or the quarters. So it's like you go the auditorium now.
Yeah.
It was for him. So immediately I was entering. The song would have been vibing to Labegi under the tree in his faculty because that place is very, very, very. If you know Lasso and you don't know Abengi, you don't really know Lasso. That place used to be one of the most notorious corner. Then, not now because it's a new school and they are all big and everything. But the thing is, if you want to blow, you need
to be there.
You need gates community. So better not get old. Now school he gets because that day they live. So it was as if him just getting people who have hostels in different areas around the school to vibe to him. So when they wanted to do that Vision 2020, it was just like a WhatsApp call. They come worship. So it was I don't say it from the camera we shoot out. So it was a freestyle, and freestyle everybody posted. That is to say that in a faculty where they have 3,000 people times the numbers of departments in the university. So you can imagine what it is. So in your hood, people.
Now imagine that a young creative then go through all that process, and then senior creative come they hate him.
So that's why if you see him now, you know they cooking for. We respect people because he himself don't struggle now.
Yeah.
No, he never saw it coming. So I still, because he's now Bella Schroeder, the one that is still she's still the administrator of the school.
Oh, really?
So it doesn't matter who you are, it doesn't matter what it takes. All you have to do is you need to stay focused. You need to be at your A game. Your A game is very, very when wanting to enter the industry. A gradual process.
And I feel like a lot of this. So I mean, what we're talking about is why senior creatives are always scared of the young creatives.
Young creatives.
So this is what we need to understand. Even the young creatives, they don't exactly sometimes. So I used to think that people are very cocky. Like creatives, man, are very cocky. By now, I didn't understand at some point that they needed to encourage themselves that I'm good enough, I'm better, I can do this. Now, when you have this consistently telling yourself that, oh, I'm good, and then you smoke joy. There's a way that you have this confidence that you know the city. So a lot of the time, they could see a senior creative and say, who you be, bro? They're not really again now, bro. Now we don't
now we the town.
And you don't understand that as much as that senior creative that don't be, it might look like he's outdated, but he still has connections. He has friends. I think that was what happened to a certain monarch. And this guy, Mood 9. When he was telling him, pass the mic, and I think she's not been able to recover. Now, this is somebody who was once the most beautiful girl in Nigeria, and then she's a rapper. Like, she's very good. So
very good.
It means combined ability plus a talent. But in a space where you can disregard a senior creative the way you like, especially in front of the camera, a lot of people will come at you.
Respect is very key.
Yeah.
Respect is very key. You need to respect the OGs. I don't want to put clear because
On that day, the OGs or no OGs, we don't like that.
OGs.
I feel like OG service like you they wind them. Say, man,
I was learned register. Like, you know.
oh yeah, bro.
Another thing is the kind of friends you keep around you too. You need to be very watchful as an emerging artist, as a young creative and everything, because they are going to help you build your confidence.
Yeah.
Don't carry slack people around you because they will slack you. Just like fatala.
I like with you. So I feel like a lot of rappers need to be mentally alert. Because when they throw the lambas, they give you all those lambas, all those.
You need your head straight in the game because you don't know when that peak break is gonna pop.
You even don't understand that what it takes a creative to be known is a different process entirely. So what I tell most creatives is, as you did do, like everything you're doing, try to take initiatives from them. Like, take note of what you're doing. Ask questions. Ask yourself, okay, so what exactly made this go the right way? What happened there? Why did this happen? What exactly did we do right? Because until you're able to understand what you did during that process, you will not be able to repeat the process. So what happens to most creatives, most senior creatives, what they've done and then they're trying to redo is not working from them. And then they see a young creative do it effortlessly. And then it makes me,
but advice to the OGs, like I'll call them, get young people around.
Yeah, awesome.
Very well. Pay them good money. I have a contract with them. They're going to help you. That's just it. You just need help from the new generation. Your generation. How do you see here now?
And of course, actually, you could be abused in the way they found now.
I can say it in there. I know your fault. Let's shine.
And in the end of the time, I think this is what we need to understand. So I think when I was signed to a label, Bay Productions, shout out to Bay Productions anyways, Raj Dimo and the likes and all of those guys who, because I knew they put in effort. And this is what I tell people all the time. So when you were coming out as a young creative, what they called trend then was determined by, I spoke about the enthusiasm of a certain generation and all that. So you start off because they're enthusiastic. A lot of the time they break the rule. They're not bounded by the rule. So they're just trying to explore, to do things. And then that created a trend. Now, it was within that time that your music came out. So it created a trend. But what you must understand is there's what they call the familiarity of the conscious mind. More like you get used to something and then it's not as worthy as it used to be. Just like the same time there was a Zanku, Shaku Shaku and all that. It was a trend. There was what do they call it?
Swap. It was fun.
Whatever. So I'm just saying that it was a trend. Now, if you bring that trend back now, but because the enthusiasm of the people at that moment, it had shifted, the energy had shifted, they would listen to it. It's still the same sound. People who are doing it are still talented, but the vibe, people are not following that energy anymore. So when you understand that as a senior creative, you understand that for every time that a young creative is coming up with this style, you either learn the style or you do a collaboration with them, an affiliation that makes your vibe relevant at their time. So you talk about the likes of Nas, who is doing a song now featuring like a trap artist. He would not sing trap because he doesn't know how to sing trap. No, I think he's lazy. I think it's a lazy sound. I think that's why all of them sound the same.
I don't like it, and I don't have a reason not to like it. Why I don't like it?
I think, in just my own perspective, I feel like it's a lazy sound. I feel like it's easy to do. That's why you just need to pick one or two people and then I think it's just.
You're trying shooting.
No. I know they shit people.
No.
Wait, hold on. Pause. Let me ask the audience. Wait, hold on. I know they shit. It's not me. That's why they call. My name is Simple. Do you understand that my name is Simple?
Trying to make you understand that it's not shitty, but me, I know. You both know, so let's just leave.
No, they whine me now. Calm down now.
But trust me, I would advise emerging artists, young creators, don't give up. Don't let anybody talk you down.
Yeah.
Pride and being sure are different things. Bring down pride and be sure of yourself that whatever you want to put out there is going to sell. And if you're young and you feel that you just want to you want to stop learning. Now, one thing I know about emerging artists is they don't read no more. They don't read no more. They don't try to understand a lot of things no more. They just want to have a song. When they write, they go to the studio with the records. Must it blow? There's more to it. All of those things that those brand people do. You too, you can learn it.
So, so speaking about the respect, we spoke about the respect the other time. You need to understand that there can't be a generation without a previous generation.
Yeah.
So one of the things you need to do is try to learn from people. Learn from those who've gone ahead of you. Ask questions. Why did this person's career pause at this level? So that by the time you meet these people, you have this level of respect for them because you already have learned.
Do you think when you get an opportunity to get to those people, they tell you why?
No, I mean, if I ask you, okay, so what? No, it's not like
you can tell somebody why you stop music. But some people can't do that. You know why? Because of ego.
That's what I'm saying. I would not see, this is what I'm saying. I would not tell you that you need to go ask them. Sometimes you just need to take initiative and ask, okay, so why this person career short? Why this person career long?
Okay.
What is this person doing right? Okay. I mean, so I'll tell people this. I learned branding by going to pick up books and ask these very questions. Going on YouTube. So if I'd ask questions, look, why this person career pause? And then maybe like a week afterwards, I went on YouTube and then I saw something related to that question. Then I pick an initiative, look at that person's life, and so this is what really exact. So a lot of the time, people will not tell you the truth, but you have to find the truth out. So yeah.
What's your advice to young creators?
Young creators. I've said it earlier. Man, no Gary. Man, slack. Man, go right. See, everybody wants the same cake.
Absolutely.
If you get the cake, don't be pompous, because now they have a reason to hate on it. Before you get the cake, you have to be as humble as anything. But even at that, don't lose guard, because people can use you
and dump you.
So
be smart.
So wait, hold on. You understand that what we just said now, it makes it very tricky. It means when you get it, don't be pompous. Before you get it, you have to be humble. But even while you are being humble, you have to be extremely careful, because people can use it. Wait, hold on. If you wear this podcast and you not subscribe, you take initiative and you not subscribe, I'm coming for you this nightmare. You go see me for your drink.
You will see me. I don't do that. I'm serious.
You go see me. You be careful.
Oh, be careful.
Now run your own grass.
Okay. Alright, so before we wrap up the show, we have the magic box.
So
always here.
So this time I'm picking.
Hey.
You're going to explain.
I'll try. I'm gonna try.
It's funny how you have a lot of stuff here and then they have to ask you to pick one and then you're asking. Let me pick this.
Pick it.
The easiest.
Rained. Thank you so much.
You see, she loved the way I presented it. So I'm about to shut her with that. This is a gentleman's presentation.
I mean, give it go.
And then for this, I want you to touch.
Hey, we fight to run away. Do you need a pen?
Yeah. I mean, laugh like I know it's only a jam question, so I did a pen. If I could run it with that, what's the name of this guys? Star Plus, yeah.
You know, in the industry these days, everybody just wants to look like Mama Jam Jam, and they're trying to be.
So there's still what's happening?
Sexy.
Okay.
You're sexy.
Okay, yeah. I'm Mama Jam Jam, yeah.
I don't say Mama Jam Jam. I said sexy. Like somebody's trying to be sexy.
Okay.
Trying to look like I don't want to look like that.
Okay.
And in Nigeria, when it comes to catwalking, there's no money there. You need a very big brand to get on that way. When it comes to catwalking. And we have a lot of entertainers in Nigeria.
One night this shit is really looking like broadcast.
Entertainers in Nigeria. They have a lot of entertainers in Nigeria.
Yeah.
But there's one very special entertainer. Yeah. You know, when you come in there, I'm the entertainer. I don't know. I'm the entertainer.
The branch.
Female. Don't be stressed. Let me not stress you. Female. I'm gonna let you in on 2, 4, 6. Like our producer, it's worth. So there's East, there's A, there's on, and there's D.
There's D. East A on
There's
D.
East A on D.
On and D.
Oh, take care. I'm just literally pronouncing the word with the schwa sound.
Away.
There's East, there's A, there's on,
And it's just it's towards A.
there's somebody who is an entertainer, and everybody's just trying to
Right,
see
I'm right.
Nigerian.
This was what they told me to look for in my math, and then I failed it. I'm looking for X. I swear down in this. I don't know what to write it. So,
All right,
that plus is
I didn't say Star Plus. I said Star Plus likes to run away when it comes to love.
okay. I'll pick Runaway there.
Then there's a sexy, very sexy entertainer in the industry right now.
And Star.
There's some beautiful models and sexy models. Sexy,
Okay, it's long. It's long.
sexy models. All right, you want to try? Should I count 1 to 20?
Why would they come? When they say everything you don't talk, you be like, I swear down. I'm looking for the formula to find X now.
Let's do like this. Let's do like this. Let me just come again.
So hold on. So let me ask these words. Is the word run away in that sentence?
And with that,
Is the word is in that sentence? The word A, the word on, the word the is in that sentence. So I have 5 words already. And then is the word catwalk in that sentence?
okay, you want to get this sport by acting.
No, now just asking that. Then I will now look for how to arrange it. Now
There's no catwalk, just wrong way. Wrong way. I told you wrong way. I told you is A on the. Then I added wrong way to you.
no, you didn't add the wrong way. You said something and then I picked the word wrong way.
Okay.
So how do you use Star Plus and then say wrong? Like you and my producer, I think one sets me up. All right, so excuse my language.
It's also.
This shit is. I don't. Wait, hold on. I swear, this producer wants to stress our
I
life.
can't tell my beg. I
Like,
told
I
you.
know. Just we are top about.
Fanny is a sexy model on.
How do you? You didn't even mention Penny for God's
I
sake.
said entertainer. Somebody who calls and say, "Hi, I'm the entertainer." You didn't get that part. Trying to be sexy like Tiwa.
Penny.
She don't shit with now. You don't fall.
Penny is a
Sexy model. I said sexy.
light alive. When I won't finish my life, I feel like I'm beginning to feel like now the people when they listen to the podcast, we don't like now they send you and the producer to me. Now won't stress my baby, but God pass all of for that.
Oh, but I like the thing.
Yeah, shout out to the producer for. I mean, it's not like what I expected. Then like the game that is now making me think, hey, hola. But it's okay.
But there was something he said behind the scene. I think I'm gonna do it for the next game. Let's see how that plays out.
Okay.
All right, so in case you want to be a part of this one, I would advise you to put on your notification right now.
Yeah.
Because the first one, you just check us out and you subscribe. So right now, turn on the notification and follow us on our different socials on YouTube, Instagram, and on Twitter. Now, this is the word. It is REVIVE_visuals. Now, visuals is spelled as VISUALS. Don't forget the S. You catch us there, and we are there for you. My name is Oluwafumiola Oshoko. Advice all creative is life. Manonoke.
Hello, Gora.
All right, so we'll see you again next time. Keep it the dick with us. Peace.
I'm all about saying.
Shout out.